and having a payment system that doesn't hold payments, it doesn't charge fees, it doesn't give you an excuse. I've been in stuff where they tell you can withdraw only on Saturday between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. Eastern time, and then you miss a window every week and I can't withdraw my money. Or, they hold it for 2 weeks and tell you, oh, we're processing it. Guys, this is Bitcoin. This is cryptocurrency. There's no reason why it should take 2 weeks to process a payment that is supposed to take 2 minutes on blockchain.
Right.
Encourage everybody to just be a little patient. And I promise you, we're doing everything that we can to keep up. A withdrawal is 3 minutes late. They want to, scream fraud. That's not this type of business. You know what I'm saying? We work very hard to maintain our credibility.
Wow. Such a hypocrite. What you just saw there was Cynthia Petion, back whenever she was the vice president of AWS Mining, which was also a Ponzi scheme that collapsed. What you saw there was her saying that cryptocurrency payments should only take 2 minutes and not 2 weeks. But now her own company, NovaTech, is taking 6 weeks to make payments. So something's wrong here, and I'll tell you what's wrong. This is what happens in Ponzi schemes. This is what happens at the end of Ponzi schemes whenever the newer money is drying up. Everyone in NovaTech is going to say, oh no, it's because there are a lot of cash outs. There are a lot of cash out requests. It's because of the Canada fraud warning. Think about what you're saying there. Canadian fraud warning. Why is there a fraud warning from Canada? Why are there 5 of them from Canada? And what about the California fraud warning or the one from Russia? So if their excuse is a lot of people are cashing out because we got fraud warnings, there's going to be a lot more of that because, well, this is a Ponzi scheme and your money is likely gone. If it's not gone already, it will be gone soon enough. If you don't get it out now, then you won't be able to get it out. So hopefully they do send you your money. I feel sorry for the victims of this, but the promoters like Bob Bearden, James Corbett, these types of people, just scamming people. We'll get to that in a second. They are likely, very likely, being paid what would be called like hush money to keep recruiting people into the scam, saying, oh, everything's good, everything's going to be fine. But everything's not fine. This happens in all Ponzi schemes, and I want to show you that this is from another Ponzi scheme that's collapsed. It's Cash FX. If you've ever heard of that, very, very similar to what has been being promised with NovaTech. They pay like 200 to 400% returns per year, which is NovaTech falls into 3% per week on average. Very similar. They're trading for you. Supposedly, they were never trading. That was proven. Same exact thing. So here, this is what was said. This is from Behind MLM, and I know people that support NovaTech or other Ponzi schemes are going to say, oh, Behind MLM is lying. They're not lying. They haven't been wrong about this stuff. If they have been wrong, maybe it would be like 0.001% of the time. Very, very rarely. So here's what was happening in Cash FX. So I'm just going to read this here. So seeing as Cash FX Group has unpaid withdrawal requests dating back to October, there's a good chance every affiliate owed money has put in multiple requests. Once their pending requests are wiped, affiliates have been instructed to submit one withdrawal request. Rather than admit this is yet another tactic to buy time, Cash FX Group claims it deleted withdrawal requests because of processor issues. Now, whenever you heard processor issues, this is so common in Ponzi schemes that something bad has to happen at the end. This is how this is going to go down. They're going to say, oh, having processor issues. They're going to say, oh, we're getting a cyber attack, something else that Cash FX pulled out at one point. Those are the main ones. AWS Mining said that the mining facility burned down. There's always an excuse for why they run away with your money. But the big players in this, like I mentioned, James Corbett, he's known the Petions. This guy's known the Petions for 5, 6, 7 years, something like that, was traveling around with them. There are photos of them together in a car, photos together in a plane. That guy, he's going to get paid. James is going to get paid. Bob Bearden, has done, it seems, private Zoom meetings with Cynthia Petion. They're going to get paid their money, but most of the investors, 90 to 95% of the investors here, you guys aren't going to get paid out. So if you're not getting your withdrawals within 6 weeks, maybe they pay some more people out, but they're probably not going to pay everyone out. This happens in everyone. So here's what happened in Cash FX. Just showing you guys history on these things, because most people know, oh, Ponzi scheme is where like you need new money to come in to pay old investors, and everyone's like, oh, well, you don't need that for NovaTech. Well, who said? Like, I'm saying that you do. Most people are saying that you do, and that's what's happening here, right? So it is a Ponzi scheme. So let's look at this here. This is what happened whenever this was collapsing. This is Luigi Bruni was one of the top people in Cash FX, and he addressed why he left. There were 10 months of no withdrawals was one reason why he left. Now remember, this guy made millions of dollars from scamming people by signing them up into this, ran off with the money, and didn't give the money back. So 10 months of withdrawals, no withdrawals for the community. The CEO was using funds to invest in his personal projects around the world. Definitely happening with NovaTech. The CEO was paying me and all the other presidents and ambassadors $20,000 a month to shut up and keep all the other members quiet. So that's what's happening here. You can see that a lot of the people that are higher ranked in NovaTech have deleted most of their videos from NovaTech. Most of them haven't mentioned anything about it. RJM Investing, what's that guy's name? Ruben. He's been a big promoter of NovaTech. Recently started making more videos saying, oh, I don't know what's going on, I wouldn't invest in it. And then he deleted all of his videos. Bob Bearden wiped his channel clean. I think he has like 1,000 subscribers. So did James Corbett. Deleted all. He still has one video from like 8 years ago, or not 8 years ago. Sorry about that. 3 or 4 years ago, where he started with NovaTech, and that's the only video he still has left up. He's already moved on to another scam, which is GS Partners. That's another Ponzi scheme. So you can see here that's what's happening. This is how they operate. They all have the same game plan. And if you're invested in NovaTech and you're curious about where your withdrawals are, well, this is what's happening. They're slowing down. They had a big spike in recruitment. A lot of people came in. Their company was doubling every 6 months. And then it came up to December, right? And some people were wanting their money. Things slowed down with the FTX thing happening. The recruitment slowed down, so now there's not as much money coming in. And if there's not as much money coming in, and they've been taking money to pay out the older investors, or the people that are withdrawing their money, they have a little bit of a pool of money to pay people back. So anyways, your withdrawals are probably gone. Once again, I feel sorry for most of the people involved here, but 95% of people aren't going to get their money back. Anyways, stay tuned for the next video. Like and subscribe. Share this with anybody that you know that's invested in NovaTech, so that they will kind of know what's going on and know what to expect moving forward here. I will keep you up to date on what's going on in NovaTech, and I'll also be covering some other scams, likely GS Partners, and some other scammers, maybe some people that have some YouTube channels. I'd love to also interview other people that have YouTube channels that are promoting Ponzi schemes and see what they have to say for themselves. Till next time.